Welcome back to Talking Up. Round the Way Talk, here we go. I want to talk about the city of Baltimore. This is actually happening not just in Baltimore, but around the way. MLK Day just passed recently, and as we were talking at the top of the show about CRT being erased, well, another trend that seems to be going on around the country is the fact that a lot of cities are canceling their Martin Luther King Jr. Day festivities, from the parades to any other extracurricular activities. They're just canceling them for no reason. So the city of Baltimore, they haven't had a Martin Luther King Jr. Why is that so hard for me to say?
It's
a
a
Martin
lot
Luther
of
King
names.
Jr. Parade since 2019. It was canceled in 2020 and 2021 due to COVID and 2022, and it just decided not to do it. There's no apparent reason. Even this council person for Baltimore said that they haven't been able to find. It's a black-run city.
And does not Maryland now have its first black governor in Westmore?
And it's a young black
Well, who just got elected,
Baltimore's mayor.
Well, what do y'all think about this?
I'm just saying, it's real chocolatey is what I'm trying to get to. My point is that there's clearly a demographic of people who are real chocolatey or don't mind chocolate.
But why Martin Luther King though? Like they fought for they had to fight for this holiday that just got instated like in 84 or 86, somewhere back there. So it's not like it's an old holiday.
That's why I'm interested to know, is it finances? Because I know a lot of celebrations, are getting canceled. The WeHo celebration that they have for Halloween, not any comparison to the MLK celebrations, but the WeHo celebration they have for Halloween was canceled for the past 3 years, and they're thinking about canceling it indefinitely because of
the
street closure.
Fiscal,
and everything that comes along with it. So I'm wondering, is it because of that? Because remember, celebrations like that require more presence of police. So you have to think the amount of overtime that they probably have to pay police officers to be at parades and things of that nature. So maybe that could be why.
And public safety, public health safety. Let's also remember that less than like 53% of the entire U.S. population is vaccinated in the first place. So if you start gathering back like everything's normal, the cases are gonna skyrocket again. So maybe that has
I'm wondering what it is. But I also think with cities, with Baltimore being such a big chocolate city, I wonder why they aren't partnering with, like, just doing one big celebration with DC. There was so much to celebrate in DC for MLK with the unveiling of the statue. I hope that we can talk about that at the table, because I would like to say about that too. But I feel like I don't like it. Yeah.
It's in Boston.
Is it in Boston? Oh, why not Baltimore?
It's
over to B.
Because it's over to B.
It's over to B.
Big B.
I stand to be corrected. But I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I wish that it would have been their full bodies.
I'm not even familiar with the story. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The statue that they unveiled this statue for Martin Luther King in commemoration of him and Loretta Scott King. And it's called the Embrace.
Oh,
and
it's
just their arms.
Yeah, it's just their arms.
I did see that. I didn't know what that was about.
Saying that it reminds them of something
derogatory,
a little mature activity, and that it's not. And then the artist is like defending it. He's a black artist. And he was like, this is what the people in the city of Boston chose.
Yeah, they chose.
And I was like, y'all know what Boston's known for? I was thinking,
there were so many. I felt like I would have loved to have seen, if we were going to use something like that, I feel like I would have loved to have seen. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen their heads, like a full body or something like that.
Or maybe if the head part was just with the arms.
Or I would have loved to have seen like his hand, her hand, and maybe them forming like a heart.
Oh,
I think I would love that, because that's a trendy thing to do right now. And I feel like bringing him into like a modern day trend,
awesome.
I thought would have been dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people that are married would have
gave that idea to somebody. Somebody make that.
His name is Hank. Hank, call me.
Also, no offense, but that picture is not the iconic picture I think of when I think of.
I was like, where did
I was like, I never seen this.
You see, I was like, oh, that's what you're talking about. I've never seen that picture.
Yeah. Like I've never.
And it cost $10 million to make.
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
And they were asking him. He talked to Don Lemon, and they were asking him, is he going to like redo it, take it down?
He said no. He wasn't doing nothing. He said that everybody else who does see like that is perverse. And I was like, well, this is a country of freak leaks, so maybe
there we go.
I didn't see it.
For me, it ain't really like
I just was like,
I don't think of it as like I didn't see derogatory. I think it didn't represent what I wanted to represent.
Think of Martin Luther King and Loretta Scott and their legacy of love and of giving. And I feel like honestly, the best episode when they're like Dr. King comes back and everything. some part of my heart in the spirit believes that Dr. Kingdom, like $10 million for this bronze statue,
It's so
when
much
there
more
are
you could
people
have
who
did.
are
That's what I'm
disenfranchised
screaming.
still, like, can you
Yes.
take that money and use it better for my
Yeah.
people or for the betterment of all people in some kind of way than this?
That's what I was thinking. Like, and we got to go because we run out of time. But as you were talking, you said $10 million. I immediately thought about Flint. I immediately thought about Jackson, Mississippi. I immediately thought about everyone that's not only without water, but without food and shelter and all of these. Look at the homeless issue here in Los Angeles. Like, there's so many issues, and we spent $10 million on
They could have fixed all
on
the
a statue.
potholes
Like,
on Martin Luther King,
come on.
every Martin Luther King Avenue across the country.
Can I tell you something really fast? The town I grew up in, Martin Luther King Road was a dirt road that my church was on, a dirt road until maybe 2000 and I'll say 7 to be really generous.
Wow.
Okay, a dirt road in the middle of the part of town that nobody wanted to use, swamp. That's where they gave all the black people. They gave us the old swamp area. It was a dirt road. So yeah, every single Martin Luther King Jr. road needs to be
They could have
paved
spent the
with
money
a
on that.
placard, something.
Well, listen, we want to thank you all for checking us out. Of course, we invite you to come back for another amazing episode of
Talk It Up.
NBT, bringing the culture together.